guys, it's me. I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be a tutorial solely for traveler's notebook items. I'm going to teach you how to make dashboards and pocket dashboards, as well as a sticky note dashboard. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to need is, of course, a traveler's notebook of any size that you'd like. What I'm going to be using is going to be a B6 size. You're going to need a corner rounder. This is optional. You're going to need an exacto knife and or a paper trimmer. You're going to need these label pockets from the Target Dollar Spot. And of course you're going to be needing some laminating sheets as well. So the first thing I'm going to teach you how to make is these dashboards. You know how they have the Foxy Fix one where you buy it for $5 each? Well, you can just use a laminating sheets and make it to your own. So this one I slit down this way for easy access, and so you can see how my pictures fit in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with a full sheet. And if you do have an insert, go ahead and use that insert as a cut guide for the size. I'm using a B6, like I said, and you can use an exacto knife to cut it, but I don't. I like the paper trimmer. It's quick, fast, and easy. So I'm going to try and put this or fit this into the screen. So I'm going to try and gauge it, okay? I don't do measurements, but if you want to, you can. To be exact, I just like to gauge it. And you can always come back and trim it down to size. So what we're going to do for the first one is we're going to trim it. And then this is going to be our base. I don't like to cut the top, but you can cut the top just to trim it to size, just to have it prepared. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let me go ahead and do that as well. So let's see. It's a little difficult with this. I don't know what happened to my big thick one trimmer. So just know that it won't be as perfect as you'd like it to be. Yeah. I don't know what to say. So it crimples up a little bit, but it's okay. So it looks like it's trimmed to size. And then next we're going to go ahead and make the little pockets, you know, the little thing on the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another sheet of laminate. We're going to set the base aside. We're going to take this laminating sheet and we're going to, like I said, you can measure. I don't like to measure, so I'm going to cut them accordingly. So what we're going to do is, yeah, do this. I can actually gauge it. Yeah. I'm gonna gauge it. So let's go ahead and gauge it. So we're gonna do it like this. Okay. So I'm gonna gauge it. Right. And then we are going to cut it this way, because that's the side and here's the top. I don't want too much showing, so I'll cut here. Yeah, here. So I'm going to cut it down the side. So now you have your second. It looks like the first base sheet. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this down the middle. Like I said, you can gauge it. I always gauge it. I'm not ever going to be like measuring. That's just not me. So gauge it down the middle right here. Now this will actually fit exactly on here, but what you want to do is trim a little bit on this side and this side, just to make it a little smaller, because you don't want your pockets or your little dashboards to be a little overhanged, because once you do cut it open, it will be a little bit like the pocket will open a little bit, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. So let's see. And then you're going to trim it. I'm trimming just a little bit. Like I said, I'm not doing or going by measurements. I'm just doing. So all of that will be put aside. And then, so we got 2 sheets, right? Alright, so what I'm going to do is take the base right here. I'm going to open the base. Make sure nothing gets on it, because once you laminate it, it will stick. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can put this. There you go. Better. No. Worse. So there you go. So you have this bottom part, and this flap is over here. What you're going to do is you're going to take the ones that you trimmed down and you cut. You're going to open them. And you see the rough side, the frosted side. You're going to flip it over so both of the clear sides are facing each other. And then you're going to stick it on here. And you're going to try and line it up as best as you can. So you can see it. Yeah. As best as you can. So, yeah. Oh, and you're going to need a laminator. So you're going to do the same thing to the side. And you're going to, like I said, try and gauge it. Or you can do with correct measurements. That's either or. And then you're going to slide it on. Well, you know, I got to move that in there. So once you have this, make sure you put it on a flat surface. Smooth out all the air bubbles. You want to make sure, check the last measurements or whatever, any cuts you want to make, and then pop it into the laminator, and then you should come out with something that looks like this. I'm gonna have to use this like this. See? So what you're gonna do is like what I did previously. I'm gonna try and gauge this and trim it down to size. I don't know what I did. My measurements are off. You know what? Let me do it this way. Usually what I like to do is just fold this in half. It makes it so much easier, guys. So we're going to fold it in half. And this is to make the sides even, okay? And you're going to push down firmly right here. You're going to push down firmly. And then I'm going to get my paper trimmer right here. And I'm going to trim it to make it even. You get what I'm saying? To make it even. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I always gauge things. I don't ever measure. And then on the top, we're going to use this insert to gauge it, to cut it, trim it, whatever you want to call it. Cut it, trim it. Once that is done, we have, no actually, yeah, you can, at this point, you can do one of 2 things. You can use an exacto knife and cut along this line right here to open the pouch, but what I like to do, because it saves more time for me, is to actually just snip it. So you're going to line your thing to where the blade will snip this part right here, a little bit off of the inner pouch, not the outside pouch, the inner pouch. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So once you snip it off, you open it, and here is your dashboard. See? Your dashboard. I don't have anything laying around that I can stick it in for you. So I'll show you this. See? So this next step is optional. You can round your corners. You don't have to. I personally like to round my corners. It gives it a finished look. Tool that I'm using is from We Are Memory Keepers. It's the corner chompadile, whatever you call it. And I'm just going to, sorry guys, and I'm going to chomp it. There you go. So now it's all finished. See? It looks like this, but once you put something, let me get a color, like sheet of color, it would be so pretty on both sides. See? On both sides. It's just awesome, and you can just slip it into your notebook. So that's one of the handy dandy kind of things. You can actually play around with it. I've actually had to do trial and error on this. So that's the first dashboard. The second one I'm gonna teach you how to make is this right here sticker pouch, or this dashboard with pouch. You can also use acetate and get the optional thing to do is get the Target Dollar Spot pockets like these and just stick them on there. But these don't fit the bigger sheets, like from My Planning Addictions, from Paper Panda, Craft Enchantment. Yeah, those don't fit in here. So what I did was I used, like I said, the laminating sheets. We're gonna start out with, let me take this out. I don't have enough laminating sheets with me, guys, because I forgot to get them at my parents' house. So, like I said, we're going to do what we did with the other one. We're going to trim everything down. This one, you actually want to trim it down to size. That way, you only have to worry about the pockets. So the pockets, I just use like a big sheet to gauge it and to cut it out. There is no right or wrong measurement. So let me go ahead and do that. So each pocket, I only wanted to do two pockets per page. So I'm going to cut it, and like I said, flip, so the shiny side is facing towards each other and the frosted side is going to face outwards. And what you're going to do is, like it's the same thing with the other one, you're going to open this. Hello, open. You're going to open this and you're going to gauge it and try, like I said, I would try and put it like as close to the bottom as I can. And the reason for that is you have to remember that the height of these sheets, you don't want it protruding out to the top, like to the very top. Maybe a little bit would be okay because you have a little bit of a margin down here. Let me show you a little bit of a margin down here. You can move it lower if you want, but I'll just leave it like that for now. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other one. I'm losing my sheets. Where are they? I'm really losing my sheets, guys. Is it stuck together on here? Where's my other sheet? Right here. So you're gonna do that again, same thing again. You're gonna place it down here. Place a little bit of room in between here, because that's gonna be where your folding line is, where you're gonna fold it right down the middle. You don't want the fold to be too close to this crease right here, because once you put the stickers in and you take them out, there's gonna be like a little more leverage of tear. So what you're gonna do again is gonna smooth it out and then prop it into the laminator. And once you do that, you'll end up with this right here. And I don't know if you can see it. Don't have a good background to show you. So you can see right here, this is where we're going to cut with an X-Acto knife, not the trimmer, because you don't want to cut completely, you know, to the other side. So what I like to do is, before I do this, I like to make sure, you know, because sometimes I'm not perfect, I like to make sure that they are even on both sides. And I'll fold it like this. It's easier for me this way. And what I'll do is I'll take this trimmer and I'll trim down the sides. I'll trim down the sides like this. And then I'll gauge to see if it's too tall or whatever. And then I'll cut it down to size. Let's see, I'm going to use this as a reference. So a little bit goes a long way, guys. So I'm going to put there. So it's matching it, see? The size. Next, if you might want to have something to hold this down while you're cutting. And the reason for that is it slides on the table, and you might want to have something underneath it just to protect the surface so you don't cut through. What you're going to do is take this and get a ruler, which I don't have right now, but I'm going to use something as a ruler. Hello. Need something strong as a, okay. Well, I'm using this. So I don't know if you're going to see this. I put this underneath it. So you can see right here, you're going to try and cut along right here. You're going to do it in like small cuts where, If my head is in the way, I do apologize. I'm just making sure I'm doing the correct one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do several cuts. We don't want to press down so deep that it'll cut to the other side. We just want to do 1, 2, and then we're gonna see if it opens. If it doesn't open, we can always do it slowly. So what I like to do at this point is I don't like to use the straight edge anymore. I will take this and slowly guide it on the line that was already there. See, you don't want to use a lot of pressure. You want to do it slowly so it cuts in a straight line. So once it does, it should have a pocket like this. There's no cutting through to the other side. There's a pocket here. So we're going to go ahead and repeat it on this side again. And like I said, guys, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. There will be small imperfections, but I guarantee you, nobody will know the difference unless you tell them that it's a homemade dashboard. So, yeah, see, same thing again. Let me do it slowly. Oh, okay, so let me use this as a cut guide then. So I'm gonna glide this slowly. Do it slowly. Okay. And you have your dashboard. See? With stickers in. So let me just show you how. This is how it looks. Of course you can round the corners. I rounded them as well. So this is how my stickers are sitting. And of course, if you want, you can always add the Target dollar spot pockets on it. I did it. It's easy to take off. As you can see, it's easy to just leave on. And it's just a way for me to carry my everyday stickers that I use. As you can see, it bulks up a lot. But I mean, it needs a bigger traveler's notebook. So that's how I made my dashboard. So on the side that it opens, I leave it open to slip my stickers on. But the other side, I stick the Target dollar spot adhesives on here. So it will be like, let's say, these are 6 stickers, right? And if I have the smaller ones, I'll stick it on here just for easy access, because sometimes the smaller ones get in here and I have to go all the way down there, which I don't like. It's better to save room that way and to save a little bit more bulk. I don't know. That's what I like. So that's the pocket sticker dashboard, or the pocket dashboard that you can stick stuff in. And then the last one I wanted to show you is with sticky notes. So like a sticky note clear dashboard. So what you're going to use is a laminating sheet. Go ahead and just smooth it out and run it through the laminator. I did that already, as you can see, just to save the time. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, trim it down to size. And this one, we're not going to be doing anything else besides trimming it down to size and just adding on your sticky notes. Of course, you can always add paper on it, but I like my stuff to be clear. And the reason for that is I change out my traveler's notebook deco like no other, and I don't like to have like stuff that's not matching. So that's why I opted for the clear. I don't know, it's just me. I like the clear better. So go ahead and trim it down to size. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make this tutorial like as quick as can be. I know sometimes when it drags, you guys get tired of it. And then, see? And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold it in half, which you guys probably might not see because it's clear. It's clear. It might take a little bit of effort into folding it though. So there you go. Folded, and what you're going to do is hole punch it. Corner around it, around the corners. You don't have to. This is optional. But I like to round mine because it gives off a finished look. All rounded. All right. So I'm using these sticky notes from Target Dollar Spot. These are $1. These are the Finding Dory ones. and I'm just going to demonstrate. So I don't like open dashboards because when you flip to it, like all your stickies get all discombobulated. What I like to do is take a few sheets at a time, you see, and I like to stick it on here. And it's easy to take off, guys. It just goes right off. And you don't have to stick the whole thing, you just stick a little bit, and you can see what kind of stickies you have. You can have stickies on both sides or just one side, you know, that depends on you. That all depends on you. And these are made from like things that you have at home, like laminating sheets, and you can use a hole puncher to help you out. If you have a personal, you can always hole punch it, you know, with these ideas. You can always do it. Now for the dashboard, you can always do a side slit or the, you know, the outside slit, but I personally like the top loading, which is why I made it that way. It's easier. So there you go. In the back, it looks so clean and finished. And there's your dashboard. So I'm going to try and prop it into this for you guys to see. So go ahead and prop it in here. See? It closes. And you only open it. So we'll keep it closed. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this short tutorial. If you don't understand anything, don't worry. Go ahead and comment down below. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. If you have any questions, any other ideas or anything else you want to see being made, let me know. I'll go ahead and do that. And I guess that's it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.